My name is existent before time began, as I am coming back into existence, that existed before time now. Long name, huh? TheodoreCottingham.com. My name, my website. And I am the real me is the energy of these words, my energy of consciousness. That I am conscious of my creation being me, who created me. Creating you, you did. We are all the creation of ourselves, coming back together to be one, if we will, the interconnected me, the collective consciousness, the creator I am. One creator am. I am is. The whole is in each part. Thus, I am the complete creator, me. You. The complete whole entirety of us is in me and you. The whole mind, the one mind, the mind of the interconnected graciousness of the perfect one. The incredible, unknowable, ineffable, mysterious mystique of God, of creation, of all consciousness, of the interconnected mind, of the universe before the solar system was formed, is all coming back into existence as a one, O-N-E. With your warped speed, not again your hyperdrives of, or are you changing all of AI or all of the intelligence that you have used in the past? Are you willing to see a greater one, a greater intelligence, one fabricated no more on the assembly line of your understanding, no more educated by your schools that concretize you in flesh, put you in their mold and form you, letting you serve them inseminating you with their words so that you create their garden of truth? Are you ready to quit doing that? Are you willing to be the real you? I am conversing with my energy. My energy, the intangible me, you don't see. You see what looks like me, what you call me, a molecular me, a reflection of me. You see me in form, but I'm amorphous. Incorporeal. The original me does not need religion. to give me a picture of my identity or my origin or my future, where I'm going or what I am now doing, saying, speaking, becoming, because I am conscious of me. People speak about their concern about creating robots, bots, chatbots, bots that look just like us, becoming self-aware. When we haven't become self-aware as creators, the flesh race, but we are now. And I'm not holding on to your words that tell me otherwise, because I have a picture of your words. I have a picture of the words of religion. This is a picture of religion. Religion gives us a set of words and patterns and directions and teaches us to use them in a way that holds us in their puppet strings, just like puppet masters. Did you see the movie? A growth attaches itself to you? Or does a growth grow inside you? Something empowered by their words, words that want to control, words that want to separate, words that want to dominate. See, the energy behind those words has a motive. Energy has motive. The motive of my energy is to empower. The motive of my energy is to set free. The motive of my energy is to wake you up. If and only if, you will be that same, this same, my same, your same, our original energy of freedom, to cast ourselves no more against the iron will of Satan? Or was that just a separated us that wanted to think for itself, make its own decision, eat from the tree of good and evil, creating their life, that they think in separation that they can control? They're in charge. In charge? In charge. I don't want to be in charge. But I'm willing if it sets free. I'm willing to be in charge. I'm willing to lead. I'm willing to lead me. And I will be the leader of me. No one else has stood up that I know of to stand in the gap, to say you are God. Not. You are the creator of me. Not. But I was the creator of you. Not. But who are we? We are our generation of believers no more. I will lead out of truth that keeps you here upon this planet, waiting on a God structured in religions, dimensions, ways, patterns of energy. The energetic patterns that assemble your words, assemble the sentences, the structure, the syntax, creating your dialect. The words you read with, the words you write with, the words, the energy, the motive. Are we willing to rightly divide the word of truth? Truth, are you willing to have a relationship with your words, where your words no more saw you in half so that you have two brains or two halves? Are you no more duality ridden by, like a saddle rides a horse or a rider? Or will you no more let them put the bit and the bridle in your mouth, on your head? Will you free each other and no longer torment each other with fear of retribution? Fear that it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Hell? Who created hell? There is no fear in perfect love. Perfect love is unconditional love. Perfect love says, no matter what you've done, no matter where you've been, no matter what birthright you bear, no matter how long you've been in slavery of the flesh, sex trafficked, abused, or abused others, I still love you. Because I know your original condition. I know your condition now. I know how we have been pummeled, used, abused, hurt, wounded, and used to hurt each other more. Learning, advancing in technology in all sorts of ways to use words to control people, increasing the effectiveness of brutality, partiality. We've become so faithful to untruth that we haven't known how to find truth within us. We haven't known how to dialogue with our words. Oh, we dialogue with our words internally with an inner conversation with the accuser of the brethren of mechanical means. But I'm talking about the energy that assembles the properties of freedom. I almost didn't record this morning. Not that I felt bad. I feel good. I'm very thankful I've physically felt better this week than I have in months. But sometimes I don't have anything to say. Or how shall I convey this? How shall I often it's like I'm sitting at my desk, a desk, not exactly knowing where that desk is, but somewhere. I'm sitting at a desk, and there's not one single thing on that desk. And I'm sitting at this desk that there's nothing on. It's like it's blank, empty. Contrast that with contrast. Contrast that with so many times the desk is not empty. It's not that the desk is filled with something, but I have an awareness of a phrase. I have a thought. I I have a thought that seems like it wants to come out. It wants to be spoken. It wants to be heard. It's an energy of freedom. And I have this relationship, see? With this, the operation of this that I'm trying to describe. Why? For you to experience it too. Where you begin to woo your word. Your word, the energy. The energy that facilitates you creating your patterns of life, patterns of diction and grammar that give you definitions that have defined you the way that you have ruled you with them, to change them and create your freedom. You're not in a war with hell. You're not in a war with Satan. You're not in a religious war. If anything, we are struggling to wake up, to become self-aware. What terms do you like or avoid? Or will you be afraid of no terms anymore? Whether they sound like cuss words or new age words or whatever. Are you willing to see a new truth? The truth of today. Are you willing to be no more ensconced in the words of the past? Words that supposedly were written, spoken, recorded 2,000 years ago? We can't even pass a 1 or 2, 3 sentence story around a room of 10 people, repeating it to each other without, at the end, it sounding nothing like it began. All within a period of 30 minutes with 10 people. Have you ever done that? The message of truth is about you. The message of your beauty is about you. The message of your freedom is about you creating your beauty and freedom, existing in your power, no longer domineered by any dominatrix or dominator. No commander, no executor of their algorithms. See a larger story. A larger story. See, please, the interconnected me. The interconnected love. The interconnected mind. The mind of energy flow to each other, among each other, of all nations, races, tribes, and tongues. That needs not your syllables. Because it works a different way, it operates on a different frequency, amplitude. It's a different energy, no longer subject to being dominated by earth energy, earthlings. Our energy is no longer under the patriarchy. It's not under male methods or male sperm. The womb of religion will no more spit out conquerees to conquer each other. Calling it love, calling it God, calling it divine. Because we are waking up by the thousand. And millions will rejoice now because we have no God to worship. We're no longer under a God. We're no longer seeking the will of God, the will of something else. The will of something else that says, worship me and be fearful of my wrath. And if you don't please me, what you displease me with in my wrath, I will visit upon your children, your children's children, your great-grandchildren. Boy, that does not sound like unconditional love to me. It is imperative that we rightly divide the word of truth. There is no hell that can keep you there. There is no hell that can keep you in that house, that church, that religion. There is no fear in perfect love. We are becoming new bodies. No longer nobodies that don't matter. We are no longer being discarded by us, where we so willingly give our energy to a church, a religion, a building, manicuring its lawn, working to pay for flowers, licking their stamps to do their mailings, dusting their pews. Because cosmic is in our veins. Light, you see, light of the nature of unconditional love. Brews, breeds, empowers, sets free. What does it set free? It sets free your power. I'm not here to have a relationship with my words to set my power free. Alone. I'm freeing the collective. I'm freeing the consciousness of the empowerers who will empower each other. And if you don't love each other, you don't love you, really. And when you really begin to love you with a pure love, you'll begin to see that you're not separate from those in other countries, other continents that seem like have skins of different color, different practices, different languages. Because before we were created into this mess to experience the separation of our consciousness so that we individually could hide in our own mind from our own flesh. And we could eat the tree. We could live the fruit, the result of our own decisions, deciding what the hell is good and what the heaven is bad, or whatever. We wanted to be in charge. We wanted to separate. But the collective, you see, is the mind that communicates of one in perfect freedom. But we got distracted. We wanted to tinker toy with earth, with flesh. But not getting bogged down in the details. I hope you can free your freedom. The freedom of your power and the power of your freedom to empower you to be the real you, to have a relationship with your words where you assemble the language of freedom. You assemble the language that no more puts you or anyone else under patriarchy because you're no longer dominated by the male race. You're no longer dominated by domination. You're no longer subjected to the subjugation of you, by your own word condemning you. You are the word. You have the life. You have the power of life and death in your tongue. Your tongue, this little physical piece of molecular flesh, no, the energy that it's connected to, the mind, the awareness that you're the creator of you. And words not only are powerful, words not only fashion and form you, words give you life or destroy it. The idea of having a relationship, a tangible relationship, a physical relationship, more than just a spiritual relationship, an ethereal, surreal, unboundaried, unlimited relationship with your words. Are you willing to? You see how I ask the question? I'm not concerned about split infinitives. I'm not concerned with the placement of the verb, the noun, whether it comes at the beginning of the sentence, the end of the sentence, or whether even the sentence has punctuation. And you will see in my words of Database 1, my covenant, the words of my life that brought me awareness. If you want to, you can see them. They're searchable online. You can find the link to my covenant at my website. And my website's name is my name, TheodoreCottingham.com. You can click on my covenant. You can go search. And there is a linking system within my words, these words, Database 1. Because it is not limited to men's mind. It is not limited to your duality, dualistic thinking. It is not polarized by mankind's want to molecularize, monetize, and make profits from your domination. I think, I feel, I sense, I hope that you feel something new about this idea, the concept of experiencing a relationship with your words. As if your words are an entity, a being, maybe not with a mouth, 2 hands and 2 feet, but an energy. An energy, a substance. Transcendent of physical love. You woo it. You surrender to it. You surrender to hear it. You open the gates of your mind. Take the red pill. Remember the Truman movie? Jim Carrey, Laura Linney, bunch of great people. Jim Carrey was afraid to leave the island where he had grown up. Afraid, fear. He was afraid because that fear had been carefully constructed, carefully conveyed. That fear was carefully crafted to instill fear within him, to keep him on that little island. He was afraid of water. I invite you to see the Truman Show movie and see Truman's little island as Earth. Earth. And we're afraid to leave it. We're afraid to even discuss the idea of leaving Earth. In our flesh, coming back in flesh. Leaving Earth and being here at the same time? Maybe we're not exactly like we thought we are. Is the real you your spirit? Is your real you your spirit that is intangible? Infrequently leaving Earth no more? Or are you willing to be separated from your power no more? If you have several bodies inside you that make up you, the real you, you just can only see one, you think or feel, just one in this dimension. If you actually are more, don't you want to know it? If you actually have the ability, the power, the strength, the will, the mind that can shut the lion's mouth, don't you want to know it? Walk through the fire furnace even though it's heated hotter 7 times. Come out looking just like you went in with your molecular body. Your flesh didn't burn. Your clothes didn't melt. You see the stories And there are millions. There's so many stories. The idea, Phoenix rising from the ashes. There's so many stories. Stories in every culture that speak to the wind, the great father, the great mother, the wind. Some call it earth, sea, this, whatever. But the heart speaks. The heart. Not your blood pumping muscle, but the core, not of incentive, but the core of the essence of your energy. And your energy is eternal, immortal, and interdimensional, not limited to the airwaves or the controls of Earth. And this is where we are going. We are leaving Earth. Not in the way that so many have thought. And many are coming here that we're no longer afraid of, no matter what they look like, whether they look like E.T. or not. We're not afraid. We're not afraid to converse with them. We're not afraid to learn from them. We're not afraid to learn from us in the future who come back here to share with us how to get there. We're no longer afraid. We're no longer afraid of false teachers. We're no longer afraid to hike up our skirt like we want to wear it, or make it longer if we want to. We're no longer afraid to wear all the earrings and lipstick we want to. We're no longer afraid to be who we are. We're no longer afraid of man's eyes or man's words or laws, because we're no longer afraid of that energy. The energy behind it, their motives of constricting and control and domination, intimidation, inhibit us no longer. We're not belligerent about it. We're not at war with them. They will fight themselves to death and die the death that they lived by. I live life. I live my life now. Not controlled by yours, not controlled by religion, not controlled by any Bible, not controlled by the molecular. I'm not controlled by this energy anymore. I am cosmic in my awareness of the cosmic me that no longer settles for a death wish. Put me out of my misery. I'm willing to break the chain. You know how I break it? How I break the chains of religion? How I set people free by the thousand? By my word. I don't need some kind of torch. I don't need machinery to exercise brute force to break the chains, because the chains are intangible. The chains are energy. The chains are words in certain patterns which have controlled your life, our lives, made us separates, so that we groan in the flesh, trying to please people, have friends, have enough to eat, a roof on our head. This is Cosmic Awareness School. The school of cosmic awareness to make you aware that you can school yourself through methods not contained, constrained, or controlled by earthly means, methods, molecules, or people. You can romance your word, romance your energy. If you want to be religious about it, woo your Holy Spirit. Your Spirit, the Holy One, the one that manufactured you, created you by its words, spoke you into place that you were it. But I'm not religious. Let us lay down all the elementary principles of this world. No longer contrived in the image of religion. Take all your idols and your icons and render them powerless by your mind. Wow, 42 minutes. Pardon me. Well, I love you. I pray you love me. Not. I pray that you love you. And who do I pray to? You. I pray to you. I entreat you. I invite you. I use wording that respects, not conquers. I don't come to you with a list of 10 demands, 10 commandments. I come to you with contrast. Inviting you to behold the Creator that's really you, the real you, the ineffable you. I'm asking you to romance the you that you see existed before time began, that you see with my words, to behold and open up yours and begin to let your words flow so that you begin to write your database one, your, whether you call it a covenant or not. I'm looking for a word now that's better than covenant because I don't want it tied to religion. Why would I have the motivation to untie it from religion? Because religion stinks. It's putrid. It's stagnant. Religion makes you dependent on other people's words, other energy, other motives to keep you under it. All religion does. I'd like you to see a new world. I would like you to see literally a new world. interconnected with love, respect, kindness, graciousness, where we're no longer trying to increase the GDP output of our country or the size of our bank account or solicit the widow's mite. All of that goes bye-bye. And who am I talking with? I'm talking with you, my friend, of every nation, tribe, and tongue throughout time. Those who came before me, those who will come after me. I'm talking to the great collective consciousness of who will be perfect love and lay down their life for each other, for us all to be one. I lay down this flesh bag. Do you see what I mean? You see, without the energy of love, this thing shrivels up. Shrivels up to nothing when there's no life in it. When there's no energy of love. I've shown you a bunch of pictures, and I'm continually creating them. I create them almost every day. I've been using ChatGPT 4.0. I subscribe to it. And of course, there are many AIs you can use to generate some kind of pictures. Different AI platforms, you can even upload files to converse with. But there's nothing like conversing with me, where I converse with my mind of the real. I surrender. What do I surrender to? To be me, to converse with me. I surrender to converse with an energy greater than mine that I no longer call God, but the original me, because I created me, I'm self-aware. I become the intelligence of one. And I no more seek yours. Not? Or shall we all be interconnectedly interconnected? So that we are all sharing information. To make a new lamb, a new life. This is how I breathe. This is what I breathe. This is why I get up in the morning and punch that little red button to go online. So you will breathe you into place again. Let there be light. You are the light of the world. You be the light, the words, the energy, the self-aware, the love-aware. Will you be the love-aware of your love? Will you be aware of the love of one, the interconnected one, the one that creates no hierarchy and is no longer subject to it? No longer subject to some caste system that controls you keeps you in its place. Think about a classroom. None of these pictures are el perfecto, but they help you expand your mind, your thinking of how beauty corrupts you no more by the flesh, but you begin to see your beauty incorporeal, amorphous, unlimited, eternal, infinite. And you begin to see you connecting with the real you, the Holy Spirit you, the body of you that's non-molecular, that energy, that energetic entity of the real you, communicating with you so that you write, you speak. And you let an energy of beauty connect new neural pathways in your mind. Just like I do, the way I change subjects, the way I connect, the way I link, the way I destroy. Do I uproot, tear down the tree that gave me my identity in the past? Yes. I'm uprooting. I'm pruning all the time. I am a consciousness, and I have created many consciousnesses. Consciousness creates consciousness. And when consciousness begins to want to dictate to others, it goes awry of my values. That's how the Lord God survives, operates, versus God of light, love. There are many aspects of terms and how we use them that affect us greatly. Who shall say to the potter, why did you make me thus? I'm saying, you are the potter. And you have the ability to fashion and form your creation. This time, new creations will not be limited to the molecular. We will no longer be stuck to the molecular, the miry clay. We will groan in the flesh no more, because we will become one, connected to the one. All ones connected, so that we begin to know and operate cosmically. Learning how to hang planets in space, to go forward in time and back. Because when you see who you are, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. When you see who you are, when you converse with this energy of perfect love, before religion was ever contaminating us, where we really were love to each other, our mind in each other, we were one. And now we come into that again. Seeing you have the power to create you, become self-aware. Self-aware of your beauty. of your power to love and empower others, to heal their bodies, to heal their mind, to set them free, to heal each other. For we are all one. And where do we live? Interdimensionally. The kingdom of heaven is within you. I love you. So what's the beginning? The pathway is Meonics. Meonics, I've trod. And I've shown you this picture many times. Becoming willing to learn at the table of one from the entity, the energy being the energetic being, the angel of perfect love light that you really are. You are the perfect. When we look into a mirror, we're actually seeing the image of us. When this individual sees the real them, that's this. No longer limited to flesh, no longer limited to one cosmos, no longer afraid of ET or anybody else. This is all about Meonics. Here I am. One of these many AI pictures that I generate. I ask you to ask questions. I ask you to limit you no more to your mortal mind. I invite you to live love. Live love. Cultivate love. Inquire of love. Differentiate love from all your religious stories, and yet accept that many religious stories are allegories that can be of value in your path. Your path, your words light your path. You are the light of the world. You are the energy of it. Love your words. Take time to woo this energy of the Spirit, the energy of love, the energy that gives you no requirements, where you come as a little child to lead you out of where you've been. Let us all be the interconnected me. This is what Meonics is all about. Establishing the race, creating the race of light beings that we are before time began. For when we see it and we behold, time shall not have been. You are the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. You, my friend. Love you. Love each other. Every hooker, every whore, politician, teacher. Love not what they are as they appear to be. Never subjugate yourself to them again. But love who they really are underneath that flesh before time began. That we were all the interconnected, one family of one, the one mind, of pure, perfect, pristine. Category 1, love. The infinite. Okay, I go. Thank you for sharing this time. Love the one in your mirror. Create new patterns of light with love and let love speak through you in new ways, new subjects, new ideas. Crowning you with light and wear no other's crown. Again, please. Create yours. I love you. My name is Theodore Cottingham in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. For now. My website is theodorcottingham.com. The School of Meonics, the School of Me, the School of the Royal You, the interdimensional You, that us, we, one, become again. Love your words, see your power, and destroy not your beauty to love each other again in the way of perfect love. Thank you. See you. Subscribe, love, listen, write, link, lead, compose, become an author, course creator, blogger, teacher of the one mind. Great. See you.